We survived the night. Dave's grumpy. Andy slept through till 6. This is progress. It's 7:15 AM. We're awake. Dave's already had his breakfast. I need to show you the sleeping situation that we had last night because I'm a little achy this morning, and it's because, come down here, this was Anna's mattress, nice and comfortable and fine. This was my mattress. That's the mattress I slept on.
Funny.
Why do you find that so humorous?
I slept on the floor.
I really ache. Oh, it's surprisingly cold first thing in the morning. I'm alright now, but last bit, freezing cold all night. Should have slept in my hoodie. It's now, what is it? Dave, pack it in. It's nearly 9 o'clock. Obviously Lucy's still in bed because she's 15. But Dave's been up for hours. He's already had a beef casserole, and I think we're finally going to get some breakfast. Very hungry. It's a lovely day again here at Sandringham. How very pleasant. Andy had a good night. He's asking to go home now. The first words he said when he walked out, he unzipped the thing and said, "Get in car, go home." So we've had to convince him we're going to go for a walk in the woods, probably those woods, and then probably go home about lunchtime, I think. But so far, no major disasters, which is good. 4.5 hours after he woke up, he's still just playing on his iPhone, playing a bowling game. We're almost ready. This is roughly how long it takes us to get ready. We're almost ready to go for a walk now. There's a gate over there somewhere that allows us to get into those woods, and I'm hoping we can get the drone in the air again. If not, I'll probably magically insert yesterday's drone footage here, and we'll pretend instead of going to the woods we actually went to the beach. Don't know if you can see in the background here, there, but after like 2 weeks of rejecting it and only wanting to use it when he's in the car, he's finally got the phone in his hands out and about. Hopefully, this is all part of the reason we gave it to him. I want him to be able to use that to start filming instead of his DS, and then at the end of the day I can take the footage off of it and use that footage in a vlog sometimes. So hopefully we're finally making some progress towards that, because that would be really cool. We're walking up a really long road. Just sort of long and straight in both directions. Completely deserted, no people around. I think the zombies are coming. This isn't a conventional walk in the woods. If anyone knows where Sandringham House is in relation to that sign, that junction and that sign over there, let us know down in the comments. We think it's over there, but we've been walking for so long, he wants to go back. So, alas, we will not see the house or the church attached to it. Where are we going now, Andy? And we're home. Shattered, but home. We got in the house about 2 o'clock. I went to have a little lie down because I was still feeling tired, and I slept for 3 hours. We just had a little bit of something to eat. Lucy's gone back to her mum's. Amy's still at Sandringham with my dad for another 2 or 3 days, and I'm about to go streaming. So it all kind of happened in a blur that afternoon. I was just so tired when we got home. If you're from the police or like really into road safety stuff, fast forward the next 30 seconds, but I was that person on the adverts that you see who was too tired to be driving on the way home. And this is something about having a kid with autism that they don't warn you about. It's not something I've ever seen an article about or a video about or anything, but he knew we were going home. I was absolutely shattered because I'd only had like 2 or 3 hours sleep because of the whole flat mattress thing, being freezing cold in the tent thing, and I just needed to stop and have a rest. But how on earth do you stop and have a rest? Because we stopped to get a McDonald's, and even though he likes McDonald's, he didn't like the fact that we were stopping because he was expecting to go home. So they always say stop and rest at the side of the road, like have a 20-minute nap or something just to recharge yourself, but it would be completely impossible for me to do that. If we stop, he kicks off. If I go to sleep, he'll wake me up. There's no way around it. So there's a question for you down in the comments. How on earth to get around that situation? I was so tired that I wasn't like asleep as I was driving, but I felt like I could go to sleep at any moment. I knew if I was driving on my own, I would have pulled over and had a nap, or I don't know, postpone the journey, go out and done some stretches or something like that. But by doing that, it would just lead to a total meltdown and wouldn't lead to me being rested. It would just prolong the tiredness. At least my way, I got home quicker and could have a nap when I got home. But that was quite challenging. That was a new one. That was the main challenge of the weekend, though. Overall, the main thing that we've learnt from this weekend is that it is possible to go and have a night away with Andy and Dave. Dave, easy peasy. Andy, we did it. I mean, Anna's lived here over 5 years now. I don't know why it's just suddenly gone really dark. That's not here, that's just you. Do you want to give me my face back? Hold on. There we go. Hey, Kev knows how to use the settings on his camera. Who knew? Anna's lived here 5 years. We'd never had a night away with Andy before, and last night we did it. So we know it's possible to do. He was really keen to come home, but he still agreed to go through activities first. And I think if we'd have told him we were going for 2 days, like when he goes to his respite place, we probably could have done 2 nights as well. I think, despite the fact that we know it's possible to do with him, I don't think we'll do that again, because it's not possible for me and Anna to sleep the way we slept last night. I think if we were to go away in a tent again, we'd need to get our own tent or get some way, and we're not going to do that. We're not really tent people, but I mean, it opens up the possibility for us to go in a hotel or something somewhere. But yeah, sleeping on a hard floor in the freezing cold, we're both broken people at the moment. So we figured out that Andy could do it. We probably won't do it again, but we now have to start thinking what could be the next step towards, I mean, the long-term goal for this, before he's 18, we'd like to be able to take him away for a week to a holiday place. We'd like to be able to get on a plane and go on a holiday somewhere. This is the first step on that process. I'm not sure what the next step is. So, second question for you down in the comments, what should the next step be? Because the difficulty with going to a hotel is hotels that are in our price range tend to not sleep 5 people. So for us to go away with Andy and the girls, we'd probably have to have 2 rooms, and then Anna's completely on her own dealing with Andy. But even that doesn't really work because Lucy's 15, she can't really just sleep in the same room as me. So am I completely on my own with Andy? That would be, he wouldn't handle that, I wouldn't. I'd really struggle with that. So is there I don't know, centre parks? But that's really expensive. Let me know down in the comments what might be a next step along the route to figuring out how we can have a family holiday, because it is something we'd like to do. It would be really, really cool. I mean, that weekend was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Apart from the whole sleep thing and the journey home and the fact I'm broken now, the actual day and a half that we were there was really, really cool. Had lots of fun. And he enjoyed it too. And yeah, it was just a cool time. It was well, and hopefully that came across in the videos. But I'm conscious of the fact I now need to edit all this together. I also need to go and stream at 9 o'clock because, you know, got to pay them bills. So thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think our next step should be and what you would have done about the driving thing, because I have no idea about either of them. And thank you very much for watching.